Okay, test. That's good. Okay, so my plan is just to test out the creative building tools. I played about in the survival and I felt that I'd done everything that I wanted to do. And now that I'm done with survival, I'm just gonna have some fun trying out how it is to be creative. So I started a bit off stream just testing with the blocks and I made this doorway. So I'm kinda happy with that. It doesn't actually go anywhere, but hey, it's okay. It's a start. Now I want to build a stream, a river that goes along here. Like from here and across here. So as you see, we do have some brush tools here. It's a bit like Photoshop, but it's not quite. What's up with that? Okay, so we got some real weird blocks. Come on, go down. I know the water physics is broken, but surely it can't be that bad. fine. I wonder how I can get rid of that. Hint. Boulder. Do I try the smooth? Or maybe I just replace the blocks like a brush. So if I select, no. Could it be? Right. We take one of these, select the brush, press tab. Okay. Well, I just crashed the server. Holy. Now that's a mess. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That was supposed to make a block, but instead it broke. So when it interacted with the water block, it got kind of funky. Let's just crash it again. Yes, this is getting very weird. How in the world would I fix that? To change the height, destroy blocks where you're aiming. Right, I want to... Nuh-uh. So here's what I want. To change the height of the shape. This is just getting worse. That does not help me. Nuh-uh. Well, what have I learned? The creative tools are kind of buggy. Okay, this is a lot of blocks to get rid of. So we take a tool. To destroy blocks where you're aiming. What if I don't know, let's try a different tool. Smooth. Yes, this kind of works. Uh-oh. Okay, so I've learned that I can't use the water tool. The water tool is broken, so we're not going to be using that. And that it's not a lot of fun to be punching bricks. Even creative. Yeah, it's not a whole lot of fun doing that. Now this is a lot of generational mess. I can kind of like even out about here, sort of. However, this bit will need to be cleared up. I really do like building creative, like, I do it a lot in Minecraft. But I use the wand tool. Yeah. I forget the name of the tool. I'll have to look it up in a second, but let me just punch through these bricks, which of course will take more than a second. You know what? I don't kinda care. When you get given lemons, make lemonade, I guess. I kind of destroyed half of the temple in the process though. That really can't be doing. How did that hit the temple? I'm pretty sure I was avoiding it. Hmm, not good. I was better off not using the tool. Kinda not. I would say that this world is kind of messed up now. Quit to the main menu. Worlds. Okay, create world. Unleash your creativity. Creative mode. Generated world. That world. Pause time. So where we'd want to build is up in here. These kind of patches. Oh, and I wonder what that is. So if I'm here, turn in this direction, can go investigate that structure. And next time, we're not using the water tool because it's broken. I genuinely do like these white mountains and hills. It looks like a perfect place to build a base. Oh, there's something very important over here. Look at that. I don't recall seeing that structure before. I wonder what it is. Oh, is that a meteorite? It kinda looks like it. So this is what I learned today. In the White House, you can find meteorites. And the meteorites is what you need for specific items. Look at all those meteorite gems. Pretty useful. I'm here, and I bypassed it, so... So I'm trying to get a feel for the architecture of this world, and it's quite interesting. So that would have been a town hall. And it's all fenced up. Mm-hmm. Or at least it was, but obviously it's been wrecked. Over here is... What's that? It seems like this whole place had ancient buildings. Oh, what happened here? So, back to main menu. Worlds. I see. Thus the priorities, so the last world you used will always be the top left. And it kind of shifts all the others to the right until they're no longer active. You've got broken items in your inventory. Gotcha. So, I feel kinda bad. I started on this. I don't want to just walk away from it, so I can just kinda fill it in, you know. So, when it comes to building, I like to build ancient structures. That's my whole main interest. I'm not really someone who builds villages or towns. I like to build something that's very ancient, like a temple or along those lines. So that might make this a bit hard for me, but I do want to give it a go. For all of this, we just kind of want to fill it in with dirt. Get as much dirt as possible, just to level off these paths, because we're not getting back what was lost. Whatever was there is gone, and that's because the game crashed when I tried to do a brush, specifically a mountain brush. So we're just going to fill these in like that. So for any hollows below, we'll deal with them when we're actually redoing them. So if I have to go like that, whoa, it's a hole. I'll just go like that. So that's awesome. That's a simple fix to this problem. Now, in the previous live stream, I went underground. I went exploring, and I thought there might be a temple underground, but it was really just some pathways and some fences. I went all around it. It was a base amounted to nothing. That's why in this stream I'm doing this. There's no point in me doing survival for areas that don't exist just yet. I could craft myself a whole lot of armor. A lot of it, but I don't need it if I'm doing creative. So this bit here seems like a happy mistake. By happy mistake, I'm kind of thinking of that guy, the really old artist that some people make memes of. Bob Ross. He used to call stuff like, oh, that's a happy little tree. Oh, that's a happy little mistake. So, I would treat it that way. I'll make a feature out of it. So I have to get this down at least. I mean, obviously it's broken. So I'll lower level of this. And get ourselves a moderate looking area. So in some places the water function is there, but it's also not quite there, so I'm just gonna have to wait for a future release when you can actually use the water. But that's not today. Today is purely building. Well, at the moment it's fixing, but it will be building. Hmm. Well, I suppose it's a bit better looking, but not here. We have to level this one out. See how the water level drops. Nuh-uh. No. I don't want that. All that. All that. All that. I want to select the sand. We have an empty water can. What else do we have in the way of water? We have a basic water block, which I'm kind of hesitant to try, but so I want this to spread out down in this direction. As you can see, the water really doesn't flow, so you can put a patch in, but it can get stuck like that. And if you use the water bucket, it will make a hole, but the hole won't reflow either because of the same glitch. It's like the water mechanics aren't present. So with that done, we're going to ignore the water and make ourselves a little bridge from here to here, which will mean raising up the level of this. But I want to use the actual base item and not make it all of the building material. So if I had that matching from here to here, it wouldn't look very good. I mean, aesthetically, it'd be all too similar. So we're going to make a bit of differentiation. Let's just outline it all the way across so we get an idea of what we're working with. At that point, we can start working. Of course, we're going to fix up this bit. So we want to mimic it. One, two, three, and it goes in. One in, two along. Okay, that's fine. Nuh-uh. Is that too close? It kind of feels like between here and here is not big enough in terms of gap. So we can correct that. So, the point of this stream is just because A, I want to get better at the building tools within this game, and B, I want to relax after all the stress of Pokemon CA. I've done so many resets in that game, and I know I keep saying it, but sometimes you just need to step away from it and unwind. And that's what I'm doing, you know? A bit of creative work. I like making Photoshop art, I like making YouTube shorts. I like learning Japanese. I like learning a lot, actually, in general, because learning is fun. It genuinely is. Like, I couldn't be happier when I've got something creative to do. It beats sitting around doing nothing. I don't want to be sitting around doing nothing. Life's too short, and we got to do what we got to do. Like, would you rather be lazy or creative? Especially when that creativity makes you want to be more active in life. I believe that everyone should have the opportunity to be creative and be helped to find out what makes them feel creative. And yeah, so that block match is kind of nice. It kind of is. We're going to make ourselves a traditional off-ramp. And because we're doing that, you want to knock this out. 100% knock this bit out. And same here. This gives our bridge a bit of a slope. And that's what we want. So for our civilized yet very uncivilized bridge, we want to mimic what we have here and carry it over to the other side. Okay, what I do know of this game is there are supposed to be different. There is or were supposed to be different civilizations, and they both kind of wrecked each other. Just not long ago, we've seen a different type of ancient structure, and this is another type of it. I'd assume this is the faction that was bad or malicious, because you know it just doesn't match with any good vibes. Right, for this, we're going to take a brazier and its torch. And we're going to place them exactly where? Okay, this is what we want. Slot 2. Looking good. Oh my, that's an improvement. So I just need to connect this path up to that doorway there. And then I'm going to move to implement my next idea. My next idea is pipes. Pipes. So for this, I'm just going to randomly knock out some chunks. Not all of them, because I want this to look overrun, you know? Like it's abandoned. But not totally abandoned. Okay, need more of those. It's not enough. And of course, need the stairs. So, get more stairs. Because you want this to at least look organized. Even if it's decayed. Oh, you see? The stairway just gave us a nice pointer for how wide we should be doing dispersal of the stone. Maybe if I knock it back a bit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's not what we want. So what we want to do is kind of level off an edge. A nice leveled off edge for the approach. And we're going to knock some of this out. Okay, there's too much grass up here. That much is evident. And it would look a bit better if you knocked away the grass blades, so that lets you actually see more of the map. And yeah, so coming down from here, these blocks technically should not be cobble. Same for this. Okay, so I can get rid of that. Okay, I will get rid of just all the dirt here. At least when it comes into this segment, we'll clear out of this segment and... Alright, that is absolutely looking good. Now, I will have buildings up on the high ledges. Like, it's not going to be like a castle. It's going to be like a civilization nestled in amongst all these big white houses. So, yeah, rolling hills of stone with encampments and buildings and towns. Now, while this bit looks cool, it does need fix. Because this should not be exposed. And it's only accidental. Nuh-uh. Don't you dare. Oh, so, what I forgot to mention is, this is the alpha build. It uses what they call World Generation Model 1. And because it's a Model 1 world, when Generation Model 2 comes out, this is going to be irrelevant. So I don't really feel like there's any point in exploring. Like, to put it simply, if I explore, I will generate chunks. Those chunks won't be regenerated, so I might as well just be like, okay, I've explored the bits that I've explored and I'll just make them pretty. And hopefully that will mean I can keep moving this world forward. Like, keep adding to it, keep expanding to it, and just have it as a creative world. There's no point in trying to use the alpha build world on the most earliest map generation that the game will have. None at all. So, That's why I'm doing this. Once I get to world generation 2, then I can say, right, I'll make a proper survival world. There will be stuff to do. It's like with Minecraft, they periodically update the world generation for new biomes and other environments. And that means all the previously generated chunks, well, they're going to be whatever they were. And they'll never be any better. So I'm not having it in this case. What I have in this little circular overview is what I'm ever going to generate. So I've got a nice little sort of like recess going into there, which is pretty awesome. I'm going to fill in this. Oh, will I? So it's the tunnel entry. It's just going to have so many mods. It's like, I'm looking forward to it. I wonder what we get. We definitely get better texture packs, but I'm looking for stuff like more creature mods and stuff like that. But as it stands, there's already a lot of creatures in the game. We have like a giant yak. That has to be one of those Cambodian yaks. And over here, we had a deer. We have mountain lions, bears, wolves, grizzly bears, rabbits, you name it. It exists in the game by default. Now, what I will do is, because I want this to be consistently lit along the route, I'm going to put beacons. Yaha. 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 I'm missing some grass here. Okay. So this goes there. So that item type is called shell. And shell is a very kind of cool looking material. It's got this dark bluish tint to it. Now I want to find in amongst all of this is, can I make something stylish, like genuinely cryptic? Can that go on a stair? Oh, it can't. Can it go against it? So these are stalagmites. And stalagmites are really cool if you want to make a interesting looking cave, but from a perspective like this, they can also be used to do stuff like this. To make it look like a dwarven structure, and they're just organically grown. You know? It's like, what's going on here? Mm-hmm. Thorium. We have a thorium helm, thorium ore, and short arrowed seaweed, thorium pickaxe. Let's try some thorium ore. Can I put it here? No. Thorium basalt, thorium shell. What if? Oh, this is amazing. Yes, oh my. This looks so good. It actually adds more texture to the map. Okay, so lighting effect is pretty good. I have each one tiered at the steps, so every time it hits a step, you get 2 beacons. I come up here. How does that look? Oh, it's sparkly. And it is kind of interesting. I'll leave it like that for now, so this is our very green, very intimidating looking entry. And the entryway goes all the way up to here, and you can come down, and you can see it goes nowhere. Because we have no interior. We just started. For this map, you can see we have all of these white chunks, right? Where my cursor is just now, is where I've been building. And we can have some buildings here, a few buildings over to the right, and maybe some back here. But I want to build something up on top of the hill. Yes, that adds the three-dimensionality to it. Perfect. So now that we've achieved that, let's try building up on the hill, because we want to build up high. And building up high here could be very interesting. We're going to level this out just manually, because the world tools are a bit buggy. Oh, what's that? A blue crystal. Okay, well, we don't need any of that. But I do note it. blue crystal looks very good, but we're working in greens. And because of that, I'm going to avoid it. This whole environment, like, if you look all around, is white hills. White, craggy stone hills with such dark dominating structures, which is kind of odd. But it's also juxtaposed because you can find a similar environment, but with browny ancient structures instead of bluey ancient structures. This bit here, now, could be perfect for a guardian statue. I can just see it now, like a guardian structure looking over. So I'm just gonna see if I can do an inventory clear, cause what commands do I have? So, auth assets, clear entities, cleared history, clear blocks, chunk, checkpoint, curse list, cut, damage, debug, delete, echo, edit prefab, emote, environment, fluid, flip, gif, gmask, language, kill, kick, log, memories, noon, op, npc, ping, play, redo, sleep, shift, spawn, sound, submerge, stress test, viewpoint, wall, whitelist, world gen, ambience, manage ambience in the worlds, aliases, ambience, permission, hytale.ambience.command.ambience. So I cannot just do an inventory clear. There's no simple command, at least I'm not seeing it. So my line of thought when it comes to this is quite simple. I'm looking at it and what do I see? Green. And I want to envision that these buildings are somehow causing green gemstones to grow all around wherever they are placed. It's like they are semi-organic, like they're expanding, they are reaching out, they're developing and consuming the area, eventually turning it into whatever. So it's a bit of environmental storytelling by making sure that the green branches out and spreads. So up here, I'm going to start on a structure. And I'm using these buildings as Well, just to check what materials. Okay, I have an idea. It's a bit of a weird one, but I'm going to try and make it happen. So, let's see if I can. So, so when it comes to building, I like to kind of outline the shape, like when you're in Photoshop and you're doing line art, you're outlining the shape of a body. I'm doing it with just one basic material to see how this would look. Right, that's too low. So, and I believe it's a bit too wide. So, I know that Minecraft and Minecraft adjacent games, they aren't very popular, at least not the creative mode ones. So, that's kind of where I'm at just now. I want to have fun and I want to break from Pokemon CA and I want to diversify, you know? Variety is good. Variety is life. You build up, have fun. Honestly, I just don't know what I was even saying there. I'm just rambling. Because it's good to talk. It is. So, come down a bit more. So I want that to be like it's a tail. So if the tail's going off that way, I want it to drop down as well. So we do this. No, that. Okay, so at this point, you might be seeing what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create like a stone creature just perched on that rock. Now, it's a bit small because it's not like it's a giant stone. You know what I mean? It's like the perch is only so big. So I'll work with what I have because I want to keep the context of scale, and I do know that in some seriously big builds of anything, even like in Minecraft, people go like they go 1-to-1 scale in terms of world building. But I'm not going 1-to-1. I might be going 1-to-3, 1-to-4. About that. This is comes along. It goes to. And we come down 2 more. Uh-uh. So from here. Okay, we knock that out. We see what we have. No. That didn't look good, so I'm gonna put some claws in here. Mm-mm. What about a slab? Would that fix the issue? Half brick slab. Shale half brick slab. It kind of does. And it kind of doesn't. So if that is to be a face and it's to be looking down, I feel like mm-hmm. That does look good. So if I repeat it around here, I could get a good effect. So I'm going to knock off this bit away here. And we're going to implement it. So yeah, I have an idea. So it has a spiky green tail. So we have a roof, a shell cobble roof steep, shallow. Let's just get this all lined up. We'll start with the basic and head up to shallow. Take some stairs because it's a good texture. Mm. Okay, what's that? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. What I want to do is texture this creature. And we want to give it horns. Absolutely. We are giving this baby horns. And how would I do that? What would be the best way? We could try it with stairs, but the stairs probably won't work out too well because we're going vertical and horizontal at the same time. And it's getting dark, so let's just reset the time. Much better. Have you, I don't know what that is. Mm, that is like that. This is like this. You go like that. You go like this. So if those are its eyes, then we would need to use um nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Mm-hmm. That stands out too much. What about purple? Or what if we just go with green? You know, stick to the whole theme. But then you can have eyes which, don't really match up with what we're going for. You have claws, okay? But what about... No, those would be eyeballs. But then that kind of counteracts the claws in a negative way. If that is a thing, then how do we do this? So to texture it, we could, you know, do stuff like this. Shale carbo. Oh, it's so much better now. I actually see some shape coming into it. So, we're going to knock out a few of these. Just a few of them, because we don't need all of them knocked out. We want to have a mixture. Not to completely replace, to make a whole solid into another solid, but enough to make it stand out. Which is what we want. Its shape is developing. Now for this, can I put some roofs on the back? Shallow. What is this? Shale brick roof. Shallow. That's what we want. But I want to know if I can actually achieve it. No. Nuh-uh. So how does that look? From the mirror, we have that. No. No, 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 no. We knock it back out. Nuh-uh. Okay, so I actually succeeded. I made a cool looking creature. The creature looks so awesome, so next we want to make a building. Okay, so what kind of tree would we want to have? I mean, it's an important choice, like, it really sets the theme. We can have a frozen, or a sand, or a storm. I'm kind of leaning towards the frozen. It could just be me, but I'll also try a pink one, because I need to color test. I want everything to kind of fit. Blue might fit it, but it might not. Put that there, and for here, put this one here. We will see which one fits the aesthetic much more. Now that one is super cool. What's it called? The Storm Sapling. I'd have to say it's very spooky. Time, we put it to dawn. Dawn is the time. Let's do it. Okay, so what material would be good for a border? I'm not sure. So what I'm looking at is I need to limit this water. Bring it to about here. Create an arc. Mm-hmm. Then it goes in like that. And that gives us a little area. And we have a shale brick wall, which we're going to apply. Nuh-uh. You know what? We are just going to do this. Mm-hmm. That'll take us across to here. And you see the fish already populating it, which is great. Now what I would like to do is just for sparkle effects is, like randomly put these in. You know? Yeah, huh? So when people come down here, they would see sparkles. Like, huh? Why all the sparkles? I'd be like, oh, because it's a crystalline river. And crystals grow where crystals grow. Mm-hmm. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Bad fish. Go away. Get out of here. Fine, be that way. I get it, I know, the water's never going to be even leveled. Not in this alpha world because water doesn't work. It just kind of exists. Uh-huh. Why can't I place that? Okay, so now we really need to focus on the building. I have a general idea of what I want to achieve. In this case, it would be a house for a villager. A villager house, but it can't be too big or too grand because it has to fit in with what's here, and that original temple door is, well, it's not great. Let's just say that. It's actually quite small, which means I have to be considerate. Do I make a house that's bigger than the original temple, or do I just keep in with the actual size? Because it's one of the two. Go big or go equal. Do I want to go equal or do I want to go big? I believe I want to go big, but not too big. Because this right here, nice as it is, it's small. It is. So we're going to start with nice kind of brick or shell. Shell brick or shell. That material is going to be for paving. So I'm not going to dabble on that. But we could dabble on this. So here's one tree. That has not grown. What was that one supposed to be anyway? No idea. I want that to grow. But it might not. Let's make a layout. What kind of house would be here? So, considering that this is actually a central area, this building must operate as a hub, which means it should be sizable. So a central hub between here and here. For people who want to go here, then branch out. So branching out is important for this design. Aesthetically, I'm going to extend this side, because extensions should be made. And we're running into where the deer is. It's a Bambi. Its texture is pretty good. For an NPC texture, pretty good. So, we also want to keep in mind this is kind of like a temple complex, so these can't be straight up houses. There has to be a sort of vibe. A feel, you know? Something that says you could live here, but you're not supposed to. So, I believe a kind of archway would be interesting. And that would mean extending, so. And we want the doorway to be equal, so what's the width? Right, so if I'm going in, and that's, say, a doorway, this gives space, that gives space. Right, so I'll show you what I mean. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nuh-uh. Don't be stupid. It mustn't be stupid. Because they do get stupid. Right. And because we now have a design, we're gonna go like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. You know, you're gonna have to move at some point. You can't just stand there forever. I'm just warning you because I'm gonna have to move you. So we have the 3 and we go Okay. It diverts off that. And goes by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So we have a 2 width there. 2 width there, so. Oh, I see. Okay. Not good. I would take this back. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nuh-uh. So that should just be 2. Oh. Three, 5. 3, 5. Oh, is this 3 wide? It might just be. It is. That's the problem. Let's fix it. So what we want is, we're gonna have to adjust that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. One, 2. 300. 3 by 3. 2 by 2. 5 by 5. So that goes up. And that comes down. Now we go back into shell. Shell is the type that we want. So, material-wise, maybe a smooth block for the base. So, we're going to replace each one with smooth. Shell brick, smooth. And as for the next type, what would we want? Would we go normal brick or ornate? Ornate is very finely detailed brick. So let's see how that looks. I don't like it. What about normal brick? That deer has not moved the entire time I've been here. It's static. I don't know what it's doing. Oh! It was stuck inside that block. The whole time it looked like it was free, but that one tiny little block was what was holding it in place. Awesome. Okay, we have windows now. Go to a dark temple type. Wind temple chandelier. Oh, we have those? I will take it. We have a lost civilization. A medium light temple door. I believe there's actually a more interesting item. I believe so. Iron bars. Iron chain. Iron chain sloped. Iron the bars itself. Anything else? A repair kit, which we don't need. So I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna try something. So it does stick. Oh, this gives me a great idea. Yes, this is perfect. I love it. Look at that. We are actually getting a collar. We're putting a metal collar onto the creature. Nuh-uh. Yeah. And because of that, we should be able to do this. Or we can't. Why not? You know what? Give me this. So what you want to do is knock out the corners, like here. You see? We'll knock them out. Put on here. I'm kind of a perfectionist, so... No, okay, let me down, please. I want to go down. Game. Let me down. Here. So. Look at that. It has a chain. It's amazing. It's chained. It's chained to the brick. So go in there. Now, windows. The placement and use of windows. Alternatively, we have that. Or, we can have metal bars. Which looks more dingy? Which looks more fearsome? You know, I'm really inspired by designs. I want to create stuff. I want to create stories, purposes. And for me, it's just fun. I love creative. I love building and creative. Creative makes me happy. So, anyway, creative mode windows. I have two main choices because I don't really feel like the bars are fitting the theme. And glass also doesn't really seem to fit it. Time, dawn. So for that to work, I would have to do that. Awesome. Oh wow, look at that tree. Look at that. That's just perfect. Now that's the type of tree that I want. I've decided all the trees in my fair land shall be white and crystalline. Crystalline trees, crystalline hills, dark structures, gemstones, caves, amazing stuff, amazing places. It feels like an adventure, but it's not because it's an alpha. So, we have decided that is our tree of our dreams, and it's a beauty. And poisonwood, right here, that is poisonwood. Now, we have our window. We don't need to hold on to it because we can just reselect it when we want. I'll keep hold of the chains. Oh, oh, creative idea. Creative idea coming up. Oh, it's not wide enough. Disappointed. I'm disappointed. But maybe this is wide enough. Come on out. Yes, look at that. It's beautiful. And just for laugh out loud, we can do stuff like this. Mm-hmm. So, one great thing about Hytale is it's not afraid of verticality or diagonals. In Minecraft, it's like, do you get a diagonal looking block? Yes, no. Is it a roof piece? Is it a stair? Yes. Do you get a roof? No. There is a really wide diversity of blocks in Hytale, a lot more than Minecraft. If you want those kind of blocks in Minecraft, well, what do you have to do? You have to install a mod. Do you want furniture in Minecraft? That's a mod. This has the furniture, this has the pieces, this has the verticality, and it has some really nice built-in brush tools. Even if they're buggy right now, they're still there. So, with that said, yeah, nuh-uh, nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Oh, oh, iron bars. Come on, go grab them. Right, I'm gonna get rid of this tree. Sorry, tree. You were an experiment at best. However, you will be replaced and you will be remembered. Fondly. Okay, so would that sapling break the view of what I want to be seen? On a technical level, it would. I would break it. Immersion would be broken, and I don't want that, so I want more of these trees. A lot of them. Now, would it be fine to have one behind it? Of course. Absolutely. So, we'll put one behind it. But we're not going to put one in front of it. Right, before I go for a break to make some food, right, I'm going to say this. I was trying out the survival mode of the game, and as you know, it's an alpha. It's not all there, and there's not much you can do. But I'm enjoying the creative. I'm enjoying it a lot more than I'm enjoying the survival. It's amazing, really. Just be able to get to use some proper tools without even having to install a mod pack. You got furniture, you got verticality, you got diagonality, you've got a lot of mobs, you've got a lot of variety, a whole wide range of bricks, roofs, even furniture. Yes, furniture. That a mod pack. I'd have to say this game has a very bright future. And I'm looking forward to playing it a lot more. A whole lot more. So, without further ado, I'm going to be right back, make myself a coffee, snack, and we keep building our little home away from home. Okay, I'm back for now. So, where was I? Yes. We are building this up. Nuh-uh. You know what? I'm not really liking the way that's going, so if I extend this, kind of like just knock an extension out, we'll have to fix that. Right. The aesthetics of how that was going just wasn't really adding up for me. So same deal, other side, knock it out. We extend it. A bit of an extension right here. And we go up. All the way up. And over here. And we're going to shape it into... Now that does not look good, so... As the window comes in, we can kind of see where an issue would be. And yeah, that was definitely an issue. So, but it's not now. This building will be, I'm gonna guess, about 2 floors. 2 floors tall. And we're gonna go up. Pretty high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 20 high, which should be in the range of this. Okay, so that has served its use, and that has as well, so... Next items we want to get a hold of are this, and this. So for corners, I beg... Wait a minute... Is that normal? Huh. What was that sound? I did hear a sound. It sounded like a message, but I'm not sure. Oh, so do I have to flip it? Yes I do. So these just won't go on right away. We create this and we angle it into position. Now, podiums can be very useful. However, it's all about doing them correctly. And now we come to the flooring. What type of flooring would be good? I see a lot of poison lists, so let's try out poison wood. P-O-I-S. Poison wood. Poison wood log. Poison prisma greaves. A prisma ingot. A prisma cuirass. Oh, pretty nice. That's armor skull. So, can I not make a floorboard? I'll just try the log and can I get a feel for what it look like? So, how does that look? It looks kind of good for, a joist. But however, it would not be good for a floor. Okay, plank. That's the name. What type of plank would we like? Decorative planks. Yes. Blackwood ornate. Blackwood normal. So go do a mixture of blackwood. Alright, almost all of the floor is done. So, I like the dark wood because it really meshes with what's trying to be achieved here, but just to create a kind of dark, foreboding building. But also, it's supposed to be... Oh, sorry about that, I got interrupted. So, where was I? This is to be a building that is part temple, part inhabitable. So, we're aiming for something in between the spectrum of all stone and... Oh, welcome. Hey, how are you doing? So, as I was saying, I want this to be like a house, but not a house. Oh, I'm okay. Oh, well, I tried the adventure mode, and it's okay, but there's not much content to it just now. So, I decided to go creative. And that's what I've been doing for about a couple of hours. I made a river, a bridge. I made this. It's like a cat stuck on a chain. And it's got its big tail. And I made this too. It does so far. I just started. So, the problem is our Twitch. I have a Twitch, but I haven't used it in a while. It's been a couple of months. So, this game has a lot of building options. Like, you can look at the inventory here, like, it's an amazing amount of options. Furniture, items, armors. It's got a lot more than Minecraft. And I'm actually quite enjoying that. And it has some other tools which I'll show you. Brush tools. Where you can do really cool stuff like... If I wanted a hot spring, look at that. I could just put that there. It, the best way I could put it is, it's like Minecraft, but you get furniture, you get diagonal shapes, vertical shapes. It's easy to make roofs, buildings. You get a lot of built-in creative tools. Like you can just like, if you want to add a mountain, you can just select a brush, right click, and you have a mountain. And if you don't like it, say for example, that, I don't like that hot spring, I could just like, I want the bigger one, I go, or I can go smaller. Like, it's basically like Minecraft, but you get like furniture mods, building mods. You get a lot more variety in the type of blocks you can use. And the avatar options are pretty cool. Like, let me just pop out of this to the menu. Oh, on and off for a couple of months. Not long. So, like, you have all of these options. You can go like that, that, like all of these outfits. You know, I could have been on Twitch, but I just like it over on this site because all my friends, they stream here too, so... And I don't really know anyone on Twitch. Well, besides 2 people, but everyone else is on YouTube, so that's where I'm at. So, my words. This game has a lot of potential. Right now it's pretty basic, like if you're looking for adventure, the adventure mode isn't all there. And if I get rid of this tool, some of the stuff you'll encounter is like here. Work in progress. So that's supposed to go to somewhere, but they don't have the portal, so it goes nowhere. And there's another temple around here somewhere. My character? Canary. That's named from Pokemon ZA. In Pokemon ZA, she's a web streamer. I felt it was perfect. So I went with that name because I like to stream and I pick a name of a Pokemon streamer because I like Pokemon. But you'll see if like you look at my channel content, a lot of the stuff I do is, well, Pokemon. I do have Minecraft. And I have a kind of like Aztec world. Yeah. I made a whole Aztec type layout, like Indiana Jones stuff. My own... no, actually. I haven't, like... And to be fair, like, I don't even know what kind of personality I would want. I've tried to think about it, like, how would I classify myself? And I don't have an answer for it, because I'm a bit all over the place. I like a bit of this, I like a bit of that, and I can't pin it down to one particular thing. Oh, go ahead. Oh, I went full screen. Why did I do that? Okay, so it's time, dawn. Actually, I'm a digital artist. I do work for streamers. I do charge for all stuffs. There's one thing I want to ask. Would you be interested in some custom graphics? Design like logos, banners, etc. Well, not right now, but let's just see, like, my channel's pretty small, so what kind of graphics do you like to make? Like, what's your style? Hmm. I mean, this overlay, like you see on my channel, that's my artwork. Yeah, I did make that. So I can lean towards the cartoon style, but I know it's not very professional looking, but what can I do? Sure. I mean, I get it. Like, being an artist as a job is like pretty heavily based in the commissions and whatever comes along. So I do get it. Is that Discord? Oh, okay. Is. Sure. You can send me samples, but let me see. Mm, mm. Which accounts? There you go. We can send some samples. Right. I do believe all this talking has left me with no time, so I'm just going to end my stream here, and if you want, feel free to show me some samples, and yeah, awesome. So I'm going to cut it off here. Return to the main menu. Okay, well, see you around, and to anyone else who watched earlier, thanks for watching. Have yourself a great night, day, evening, whatever time of day it is for you, and see you around. Bye.